Hi everybody, this is Teresa. Got me a black page here. This is from Beth, where I did the prompts from Beth. The embossing I did was this right here on the soda can. Then I put the tissue over it, and look how beautifully that came out. You can actually see the soda can under the tissue, and that came out really great. It called for bees, and of course I put bees, and magazine image was a recipe. Numbers, I used a piece of washi tape that has numbers on it. So I really enjoyed doing that. Thank you, Beth. Now to make a mess. See all the messes I'm making here. Just get paint everywhere. And I want to. Hi, Mrs. Gigi. How are you doing? It's good to see you here. I'm a little nervous. I went and had some things done today, and they are changing me from shots to a continuous pump for my diabetes. Hi, Tori. So now they're making me nervous. Sometime, probably next week, I'll get it in. They said I should get it by Wednesday, and just kind of thrown off a little bit. Anyway, I don't really know what to do. I'm scared. Thinking about putting these down on this page, but I want to fussy cut them out and put them down. But I might go ahead and put them on this page here, and then try to paint them on this page. Of course, everybody knows how drawing is. I'm not very good at drawing, so oh my goodness, this thing is so touchy. Oh my goodness. Did I disturb you, Mrs. Gigi? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb anyone. I just needed something to do, and I figured I would just see about coming on and working on some things. These things, I figure somehow or another I maybe could talk it out and everything, and I don't really have anyone I can talk to. So I thought I would come on here. I'm not good at fussy cutting. My eyesight's not really good. So I'll probably end up cutting half my bird away. Some of the stuff that, Hi, Janet. It's good to see you. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them on the black page. You think they'll show up on my little black page over here? I don't know why I painted that black. I think I started a drawing or something and didn't like it and painted over it. Y'all ever do that? Thank you. Beth sent them to me. Beth Schuler sent me the birds. So thinking I might just let's go ahead and put them right there and maybe paint them over here. Try to draw them out and paint them out and everything. I'm not as good as most people are when it comes to painting and all, so but I think they'll be cute on the black page. I think they'll show up good. What do y'all think? I've got my aluminum cut, and as you can see, it's a Coke can. And I'm thinking about what I'm going to emboss it with. I'm not sure. I was thinking about hearts or something to make the my little book. You know, and how big it would be. It's not going to be very big because of the embossing folders aren't very large. So what I'll do is I'll put it into the embossing folder and I'll cut it around the embossing folder. And that's how I handle that and to get it right. Then I got to get everything together and make sure I have everything to do the mini journal that I did with but the other one I did butterflies on. And so I'll figure out which one of these that I will be doing with. But I keep these smaller pieces also. And like I said, I use some of the smaller pieces. This is a rose pattern that I have, an embossing pattern for a rose. And hello, Gypsy. How are you doing today? But I put tissue paper over that, and it came through the aluminum shines through the tissue paper, and I really like that look. You can't really tell it's tissue over it, but you know. But that's the rose pattern. I don't know if you can see it or not on there. So I was thinking about using it as a book, doing the rose pattern for a book. I did a couple of ATCs that I'm getting ready to send out. That I'm working on ATCs, but I'm using the aluminum and doing those. I've got to put some beads on this little charm I'm making. And I'm going to send out some ATCs that I made out of aluminum. I just thought they were cute and they were unique, and haven't seen anyone else do it on ATCs before. So I thought I would try that. But these little scrap pieces that I cut off are perfect to put on an ATC size. Let me turn it around now. That really doesn't work, does it? Well, I can turn it the other way, right? But it's perfect size. It just has a smaller piece, which I use in pieces like in art pieces. The pages, I usually use just regular paper. To do the regular papers with it. After I get that done and I cut out the pages, and I usually leave it about 1/8 of an inch shy of the edge of the aluminum. I'm sorry, my mind's not really all here right now, y'all. I'm sorry. I was talking about earlier that my doctor's putting me on a full-time insulin pump. And I should get it Wednesday, and then I don't know. Got to get my mind off of it, right? But I got to find all my glue, and I'm going to put my bird in here. And then I'll get everything out of my way and move this water and all that stuff, because when I painted and everything, I've got water over here. And the last thing I need to do is put my machine up here and water everything, right? So, but I am going to take And I do need to get me some more of the Elmer's glue so that I can put things down with Elmer's glue. So, but right now I'm going to go ahead and use my Aleene's tacky glue. Aleene's. I'm not really sure. I don't remember how she said her name. I used to watch her on television. Anybody remember when Aleen was on television doing craft shows? Her and her daughter Tiffany, and she had two daughters that she did a craft show with. Y'all remember that? Hi, Rebecca. It's nice to see everybody here. So, anyway, after I make this book today, I thought what I would do is if y'all were interested and you like it, I would do a drawing and see if one of y'all might want it. And put in a number and we'll do a drawing and see if one of y'all might want it. That is if you like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to. And we send it out to somebody in the that would. But I'm just going to leave the pages blank in it. So I've got what? You know where I am. You don't have to go there and cry. I hear you. My puppy's crying. I don't know if y'all can hear him. He's rotten. Yes. You want to come see everybody? This is Gizmo. He's had his shave for the year. I always cut all that long hair off of him every year because during the summer it's just way too hot and everything. And so I cut his hair. I still got a lot of fur to cut from under here and everything. But as you can see, he gets quite a shave. He's not finished. I have to give him a break. His hair is so long and thick that I have to give him a break on things. So, okay. So back to this. I have several embossing folders. So maybe y'all can help me figure out which one to emboss this time. Most of them have a card that's behind them that shows what it looks like. Then I have this one, which is kind of swirly. I have this one. I have this one that's just kind of flowers. It gets really hot here. I'm in Alabama, so there's not really it's really humid hot here, so that it feels a lot hotter than a lot of places. It's the dry heat is not as bad as the humid heat. And so although I was trying to think, I did the one in butterflies. I've got rainbows and snowflakes. I got anchors. I've got little stars. And as you can see, that's not the only ones I have. This one here is like just a little vine kind of design on it. This one is kind of larger flowers. This one says happy birthday, so I know you don't want that one. This one is the roses. And butterflies. Now the roses and butterflies are a smaller ones. So as you can see, some of them are quite a bit larger than the others. This one is all hearts. I was thinking about doing hearts. I think hearts would be a good one. There's polka dots and hearts. There's a bird on this one, and I really like the bird. It comes out really pretty, but I'm not really sure. I think that would kind of be sideways. So I'm not sure how that one would look on a book. So I'm not going to try that one. But I think I'm going to go with the hearts on it. Because I love all of y'all and I appreciate y'all being here. So to be sending my love to you. How's that? The machine has to come out. Anyway, like I said, my doctor decided today that I needed what they call an Omnipod. An Omnipod is a continuous glucose system where it continuously gives me insulin. It pretty much tells you that my got paper in there. How about that? And my pancreas has quit working on me, so that I need something that instead of having to take 4 or 5 shots a day and testing my blood sugar 4 times a day like I have been, they're trying to fix it to where I don't have to do that anymore, which is a good thing, but it's still scary, y'all. Still very scary. My poor little machine, it's been through a lot. I use this machine a lot. So, give me just a minute. Let y'all look at this and see what y'all think of it. Hearts. What do y'all think? Hi, Renee. Okay. Get off my problems, right? I don't need to be talking about all my problems. So what's been up with y'all today? Have y'all enjoyed your day so far? Okay, so I'm gonna leave this on the inside. I'm gonna do this. Okay, what I do, however, with my pages, I use regular paper, but this is cardstock, so that won't work. I've got to finish my craft room because my craft room is kind of crowded. Okay, so I have these papers and they're vintage and they've turned brown and yellow on their own. So, and what I usually do is I usually take several of them and I'll take these papers and I'll fold them in half and then fold them in half again because these are way too large to put on my cutter, because my cutter's like a 12-inch, I think. So you can see, way too large. So I have to change it around. I do have a larger cutter, but right now I don't have a space for it set up. So I end up doing several small things. cutting it up this way. And then I measure it out. And then I'll take it here. Because I really am not good with numbers, y'all. So, you know, when it comes to cutting things down and everything, I have to. I'm terrible. I'm real terrible. Real terrible. So I have to draw lines, and then I'll go in just a little bit from where I drew the line, and I'll cut. And being that this is a book that's I keep forgetting this one right here has a scoring tool on it. And I try to cut with my scoring tool. Guess what, ladies? It doesn't work. It does not work to cut with a scoring blade. Okay, so now I also take my cutter or my corner chomper and I round the edges on it. And for safety's sake, I do that because these corners are kind of sharp. Okay, then I can check and see, and I can see here that they're going to be a little bit too long. So I will need to cut them off just a little bit more. So, and if it were a printed paper, I would probably equal it out. But since it's not printed and it's just plain paper, just some vintage paper, I just cut it that way. And that should do the trick right there. Then I'll show you one more thing that I do for safety reasons. If it were just mine, I wouldn't do this for myself because I'm not worried about myself getting cut because I handle this a lot. But other people don't handle aluminum like I do. So, and I've been handling aluminum for a long while. I use HD clear tape. I have this mat right here, which is a cutting mat from the Dollar Tree. And I just take the tape and I tape it down. And I kind of overlap it just a little bit on the edges so that I make sure that this stays like it should. Because the last thing I need to do is to cut any of you when I send you this. So then after I get that down, I do the other side. And I'm sorry this is so noisy, but that's just tape. And I promised that I would come on here and show y'all how I did my other book. Uh-oh. And this is how I did it. Okay, I did a video on cutting my cans, but hang on just a minute. I think I have another one here, and I will show you how I do this. Okay. First thing I do is I take the tab off. Okay. Now, let me smooth this out some so that it won't be. All right. The next thing on this one is I just cut the edges of the tape off because after a while, aluminum bending back and forth, and you will be using your book. I'm hoping that you will enjoy it and use it. Maybe stick it in your purse or your pocket. Take it with you to write little notes on. And see, I'm not sure, but I'm going to ask, how would you rather me do this? Would you rather me fix it where I have this where the pages can be removed and you can add new pages? Or would you rather me to sew the signatures in? I'm going to let y'all decide that, because myself, with it being aluminum, I think that I would probably, if I wanted to keep this as a journal cover, say, that's the reason why I decided to begin with. It wasn't to for safety reasons. It was so that you would be able to hang on to it. Okay? And and that way, if you decided you didn't want these on the outside, you could put this on the outside. Totally up to you. So, let's see now. But I have elastic that I can measure out. I can put it in here. I would probably take, depending on which way that whoever wanted it to go, I would put it that way. Then I would fix the elastic, and then I'd fix the pages to where you could slide them out. So which way would you rather have it done? Also, I cut my cans. I keep a little box here, keep scrap aluminum in. Then I take it and put it into a bag. Whenever I take my cans and stuff to the recycler, because we do recycle aluminum here, since I'm right-handed, I will be cutting, and I will face the can this direction, but most left-handers will turn it the other way so they can hold the can easily with their left hand, which I have to hold mine, cut with my right. Then you will flip it over if you're a southpaw or a left-handed person. All right, this is how I cut my can. All right, when I get ready for it to stay in a spot, I roll it back on itself like this. You have to be careful because there are some shards right here that I have not cut off yet. Okay. And as you see, it doesn't roll as much. Then see all these little bitty shards and stuff? Oh. I will take and I'll cut straight down through here. And I'll just cut those little shards off. And I'll do it on both sides. Bye, Miss Gigi. Rest well, sweetie. Thank you for coming. No problem. And it's as simple as that. And it's really not sharp, but these points are. So you have to be really careful with them because they are sharp, but the edges really are not sharp. But the little shards that I just cut off, they're sharp, and pretty much not sharp at all. So question, choice, hearts on the outside or the inside? Oh, good night, Tori. Hearts on the outside. I got it. All right, y'all want to go ahead and do a drawing before everybody leaves? Because I don't want to. It says I've got 7 people here. So, if y'all don't mind putting in a number 1, 2, say 15, because that's more than double. That's a little over double. And you just go ahead and do that. Go ahead and put your number in. Let me go find random number generator. I haven't used that. Hey, somebody has a lot. Okay, 1 and 15. Come on now. It says there's 7 people here. Only 2 people want it. Nobody else wants one. Thank you, Rhonda. I think we're all doing pretty well. Okay, I guess that's it. That nobody else wants to play along and draw for one. So I'm going to generate the number. As you can see, generate. The number is 11. Janet, you won. Congratulations. Okay, do you want me to put the pages in permanent, or do you want to be able to add pages if you need them? Permanent? Okay, then I have one that's already made that's permanent, and it's got butterflies on it, or this one that's got hearts, and I'll make the pages permanent. Do you want the hearts on the outside or the Coca-Cola on the outside? Now, part of the Coca-Cola is cut off. So if you want that, then the hearts on the outside, then it'll look like that. If you want Coca-Cola on the outside, it'll have the back of the can in the front. So that's the reason why I usually do the, okay, you want the butterflies. Okay, you got my butterflies. All right, who wants the hearts? Anyone want my hearts? Renee wants my hearts. Coca-Cola on the outside. Okay. Now, Janet, with Coca-Cola on the outside, it'll be the back of the can that's showing. Because it opens this way. Okay. So, let's do one more then. Because I have two, and I can make them. So, I have two, and we're going to do one more drawing. Everybody put a number in that wants to try for the hearts. This one's for the hearts. Janet got the butterflies, hearts. Let's do it again, 1 to 15. And if I don't have your address, if you don't mind, that's my email address. Hi, Hot Threads. How are you? Put in a number if you want to draw from my book. It's hearts. It's aluminum. Yes, ma'am. The butterflies are on the outside. They're already on the outside. That one's already made up. That's the one I've posted in the groups and everything. Okay, has everybody got a number in that wants to go for the hearts book? Okay, I'm fixing to generate the number. Deborah, put a number in, 1 to 15, please. Hot Threads, put a number in from 1 to 15, please. But we only have like 9 people here, so I think 15 is plenty enough without having to worry about it. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of doubling up or anything like that. So, all right, I'm fixing to generate the number. Everybody in? Okay, here we go. You ready? Set, go. The number's 5. Renee, you get my hearts. Okay? Do you want your pages permanent or where you can remove them? They don't weigh a lot, so it's not going to cost a whole lot to send them. So Renee's getting hearts, and Janet is getting my butterflies. You want them permanent. Okay, I will sew them in. All righty. got that written down so that I can get them ready and send them out. The hearts are red. The hearts I've got to put together, and the butterflies are ready to be sent. All I got to do is put them in an envelope and take them to the post office. And the pages, like I said, they're just going to be blank pages. Now I need to line it all up, make sure I have it straight. I cannot see a straight line, ladies, so I'm going to warn you, it may or may not be straight. If it's straight, thank the Lord. If it's not, sweetie, I'm sorry. I did get some good news today, though. The insurance is going to pay 100% for my shot that I have taken in my eye. So that's a good thing. I'm happy about that. And I think that will be good. Let me go ahead and cut this down a little bit. And before I put the pages in, I will round the corners on those also. Hi, Carrie. How are you doing? I'm glad to see you here. And the pages are going to be about 4.5 long by 6.5 wide. So 6 1/4. It's going to be this way, 6 1/4, and 4.5 this way on your book. Okay. So now, find me some paper and get to cutting, right? Or do y'all want to see something else? I can work on this when we're someplace else doing something else or something. Or I can go ahead and work on the pages now. And like I said, I have to fold these long sheets because these are 17-inch papers. So I do them like this, and then I fold them again. Then I can put them on my little cutter. Hi, Brittany. Then I can put them on my little cutter. To cut them. The only thing I don't like about this little cutter is this little arm. If you're not careful, it'll go closed on me. And not crazy about it doing that. But I don't have a lot of space on my little bitty desk either, so. Alright, now then we're going to go with 4.5 this way. And I probably got that wrong, so I may have to do it again. I'm good at that. I'm good at getting it backwards. How about y'all? I did. I got it backwards. Oh, well, I'll use them in a smaller book. I'll make a smaller book with those. I'm good at that. Okay, these should be 6.5. Get back here. It's easier to cut these papers on this cutter if I double them up. So, and I didn't have to cut much off with that one. Nope. Oops. Need to clean my chomper. And poor little chomper's not wanting to chomp. See, it's leaving a mess there. It's all bogged down and stuff. Oh, well. Awesome. All right, Hot Threads. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you coming. Maybe I just need to clean it out, right? It took me a long time before I realized how to clean this little thing out. And you have to flip this little top open to clean it out. Oh, well, you know. Some of us are slower than others, and I happen to be one of those slow people. Thank you, Renee. I will make sure that I get your book finished up and sent out to you. And I just hope you both enjoy them. See, when you come in here, I bet you didn't think I was going to end up sending you a book. But really and truly, I can make me one anytime. But it's always nice, I think, when someone takes the time to make something. And usually if someone takes the time to put in a number and wants to do the drawing and everything, I pretty much know that they want it, you know? It's like I'm supposed to get the book from Mary. I know why she hasn't sent it. It doesn't hurt my feelings that she hasn't sent it, because I would be heartsick if she sent that little book, that little Coca-Cola journal she made, after all the work she put into it, and the post office decided that it would get lost or something. I'm not saying they decide on that, but I mean, it that came out wrong. But that it ended up in the lost. So now y'all got to suffer through my handiwork. What do you think? And then when I get all the pages cut and evened out and everything, now see, I've got to cut them again because I cut that edge off after I measured. Anybody else do things like that? I definitely do that. I do. And I was thinking about, I have this really pretty necklace. So I was thinking about using it for a closure on it, because I can take the links off and do it like that. And actually it would end up, if you didn't want it as a closure, it could be a bracelet if you wanted to. So I have some pretty necklaces that I don't wear. I don't know anybody that does. It's really pretty easy done. Brittany, and it's fun to do. They're fun to work with. You just have to be very careful. Um, I've got several of these little necklaces. I've got this one. It really sparkles a lot. You don't see that on camera, but it really does. Um, can you see it in the sun? The sun's coming right through. Can you see that? I don't know, maybe. But I thought that would be pretty because I could take the links loose and I could fix it to where it would come around because it has the lobster claw clasp. I could fix this right here and make it close. And if you decided you didn't want it as a, like I said, as a closure, you can take it off and use it for a bracelet if you want to. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out what to do for a closure on them. Like I said, they're not real big books. They're about the size of your hand once you get them all made up and fixed up. Um, and ta-da! There you go. And I'm thinking about adding some. This right here is just a colored page, but I'm thinking about taking some of my painting papers and adding as this one's not quite large enough for this book, but I'm thinking about adding some of my painting papers to it. And this is the tissue paper right here. I was thinking about adding some tissue covered papers and adding maybe some tissue papers, you know, into it that you could actually tear out and use into something else. What do y'all think? Look at that. I keep losing my stuff right on my desk when I lay it down. Okay, so we know this is right. 6.5 by 4.5. So we're gonna do the 6 and 3/4. I'm terrible with math, y'all. Hi, lovely. How are you? And I'm going to make a couple more books up, and I'll probably give those away too. But I just like making them. And I thought about when I make them up and send them out, maybe I might want some die cuts to go with them. I have some really pretty. Oh my gosh. 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh my. That's early. It's a 4:45 here, or 20 minutes till 5 here in the afternoon. So, and I did this little thing. It's a little transparency, and this is going to be one of the pages in the book. In this book, I'm doing all kinds of different things in this one than I did in the other one, because the other one's just got pages. But I'm thinking I might fix it to where you could tear it out and use it on something else, or cut it out. I'm thinking about adding a few extra little things to it to do that with. Would that be okay? And like I said, I got other cans. Like I said, I just did one while ago that to show how I opened a can and cut it apart and all that. And then these little scraps that I take off, they become ATC cards or art journal pages or something. They do. Of course, I could always send the little extras off with the book and let y'all decide what to do with them. Have this butterfly. Thought about putting him on a page and putting him there, and at this page here. Open up this page. These I have to cut down, and I'm going to get them down to where I can cut them down. Here. So we're going to get them folded and get them ready to cut them down and get ready to sew them into place so we can mail them off and make somebody happy. Because happy mail makes happy. These are happy grams. What do y'all think? Happy grams. I like happy grams. I like seeing happy grams because happy mail to most people indicates that you should send something back. I send happy grams because you don't have to send things back to me. It's because I want to. It makes me happy to send. So, don't get me wrong. I love happy mail as much as the next person. But some people just don't have to send. Some people just don't have it to send, and I don't want anybody to feel obligated. I do not want anybody to feel obligated to me. Some people have it to send, but they, it's not that they don't want to. They just feel pressured. And no pressure here. No pressure for anything. No pressure here. This part of it, it doesn't have to be exact. I just have to have one end of it that is exact to make it line up with my paper cutter. Or you're going to have crooked pages. These are little ends off here. And when I was doing jelly printing, I just painted these two. Kept me from wasting paint. We'll make some journals. I've got these little boxes here I'm going to make little mini journals out of. I got die cut pieces that I'm going to put down, oh, excuse me, on something. These pages and see. Quite a thick little book right there. Okay, I think that should do it. That should be enough, right? Okay. Get all this stuff out of my way. Yeah, little mini journals. They are really pretty. Yeah, no, I don't want to make anybody feel obligated to send me anything back. This is because I want to do it. It's not because I want you to do. I want to do this, okay? This is not an obligation. It's just something that makes me happy, right? So if it makes me happy, then that's what counts to me, is making me happy. Because when I make me happy, I know everybody else is happy too with what I send. And I look at it this way: if it's something that you don't want and I send it to you, give it to somebody else. Not hurting my feelings if you give it to someone else. Okay. Doesn't make me angry. If I send you too many flowers because you say I want a die cut of that flower or that specific die cut, and I send you too many of it, share. Somebody else will want some. I don't mind. Doesn't make me angry, but make me very happy. As a matter of fact, for you to share with someone else. How about y'all? Do y'all feel that way? If you send somebody something and they can't use it, it's okay to send it to somebody else. Well, I try not to hoard anything. There's a few things that I really like. And I may hoard it for a little while. Like this paper, it's vintage, it's old, it's one of those things that I just hung on to, but then I had too much of it and I really needed to get rid of it. So this is going to make the perfect paper, right, for these little mini journals. Now I said, well, sure, why not, let somebody else do some enjoyment, right? Let somebody else enjoy this stuff I've been hanging on to and everything. After all, that's why I got it. It's because I wanted to make somebody else happy. It's like my die cut machine. Do you know how many die cuts I've actually done for myself? I can't tell you because I really don't make them for myself. I make them for everybody else. But that's what I want to do. I love doing it. Right? So anyway, it's a wonderful feeling to be able to help somebody else and everything. And it's like I got this really beautiful journal and I got it put up. And I look at it because I love it, I love that really pretty little journal. But I know at some point I'm going to use it. And I got it put up, or I'd bring it in here and show it to y'all because I think y'all would really love it too. And maybe next time when I come on, I'll bring it with me and show it off. See, my little arm wants to bend on me. My papers are making it bend on me. Bendy papers. And I have to keep making sure it's straight to get the paper straight. Because I'm really good at messing up on me. I need to mark this thing so I can see it better. They told me if I use a bright white paper with a bold black ink. Yeah, spread the supplies, yes. So with a bold black ink on a bright white paper, I could see it better. Okay, that works for me. Let's get some black ink and bold papers and everything. Let's do that. Only thing is I'm the one that has to write in the black, so I already see it. I already know what it is. I know, that's terrible, right? It's really terrible. Almost got your pages done. Here for the heart book. And that's cheap because I'll be honest with you, I use my Big Bite to make the holes. And I take these just like I would everything else, and I just fold them in half. I hunt down this heart and put them in it. Make sure it's right, because I've got to come back and, yep, I'm going to have to trim them at the top. I knew I'd get it wrong somewhere. I did. But that's all right. Y'all get to see me make all my boo-boos and mistakes and how I have to work through things and things, right? Y'all get to see all this mess I make. And then I'll trim the edge of them off here. And that gives you a really raggedy edge. I hope y'all like ragged edges, because I do. That's the reason why I do them that way, because I like them ragged. Then I will take and I'll open it up to the center. I'll take all these little raggedy papers right here and put them over here all the way. Then I will take these little gadgety gadgets right here, and I'll make sure everything's all lined up as best as I can anyway. Okay. That doesn't look quite lined up, does it? I'm terrible. I'm telling you, my eyesight's just awful. I will get it. It may be crooked when you get it, but I'll fix it. I will. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to put a mark here, and a mark here. It's kind of easy, simple way to do this. Come here, Megan. Not you. Thank you. Okay, then I take my big bite. See my big bite? That little mark just shows me where to put my mark down. Okay, I put that right in the center of that, and I punch. And it's probably going to be crooked. I'm warning you. My eyesight. My doctor laughs at me because they ask me each time, can I tell a difference? And I said, nope, still go down the road. Looks like the light posts, the utility poles are pregnant. Sorry. With child, I'm sorry. Oh, that was ugly. I don't know. That came out. Sorry. All right, there's the holes. Now, I have that's not it. That's not the one I want. I have these home craft needles. Not really sure where I got them from. They're just probably got them from the thrift store. And because I'm good at poking myself, I use this needle that has no point whatsoever. All right, then I have this thread that I like. And it doesn't take a big eyesight or good eyesight to be able to see that hole. So I can pretty much get it in there pretty easily. Not today, however, but most of the time. Today it's going to be stubborn because guess what? I'm videoing. I'm on the camera. Right? Did I lose everybody? Is anybody here? Nobody's saying anything. Are y'all tired of hearing me talk yet? Okay. And I'm told I'm supposed to go up through the middle hole. Well, supposed to go up through the middle hole. Well, you're not supposed to pull it all the way through, right? Leave it to me, I will. Should have done that. That's what I should do. Keep me from doing that stuff. Where is it? I've got more. Where are they? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rhonda. I hate when I have problems with my internet. Wednesday, I probably have problems with my internet because of the fact that, and then I go back down through the top hole. I guess that's top hole. I'm hoping so. Go back down through the top hole. Back up through the center hole. Right? Am I doing this right? I don't know that I'm doing this right, but I'm trying. Let me go back down through that. Of course, it's going to come out. See? I'm the one that's going to have every problem in the book arise. Right? And y'all going to see every problem in the book if you watch me. That's for sure. If there's a problem, y'all going to see it. I'm going to pull a Beth Schuler. I am going to put glue on the end of this string so I don't have to twist it again. I'm going to make me a twisty on here to where to quit separating. See, I've just begun starting to sew on these books. So I'm hoping that I'm sewing these right. So if I'm not, you can get angry with me or whatever you like. It's fine with me. Tell me you're doing this wrong, okay? Okay, so and I'm going to bring it back here. And then I'm going to pull it out. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. I'm going to bring it around. Bring this around, right? Make sure I've got it pulled kind of tight. Right? Make sure it's tight on the inside, yes. And I'm going to tie it right here. And the reason why I'm tying it on the outside is because I want to add a bead dangle to it. And if I add a bead dangle to the inside, then it might not do so well. No, tying a bow is not going to help, is it? Anyway. Anyway, I got the idea of making a pop can journal from Mary at the Mary LTA. And I really love the look of hers that she made. So I wanted to make my own, and I really like mini journals. So let me do this right here. I can pull all these off actually. And ta-da! The mini journal. And I put that little thing in here that's a little transparency in it. Hope you like it. And there we are. Renee gets my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Now Now to figure out what beads I'm going to put on it, I figure I'll probably need some that matches red and white. So, uh-oh. Somebody's throwing things in my living room. So I'm going to cut these strings right here. And I'll cut them probably a little shorter after I add the beads and everything to it. But I think it'll look cute with a little bead dangle. I gotta find all my little doodaddles to work with. I'll be right back, y'all. Yeah, this is a few beads. You know how these? I think they're kind of a cute little bead. I don't want anything too bulky because it's just a mini journal. So I'm going to look for things that are not too bulky. Maybe give you a teddy bear on it. But I have some cute beads. These are larger than what I want to use. So there's a ladybug. Anyway, I'll figure all that out. Any particular color that you like? Is there colors that y'all like? Maybe you got a favorite color, ladies, that you would like for me to use as beads? Because I've got all colors of beads. Believe me, I'm a beadaholic. I have all colors of beads. Right, the Coca-Cola polar bear. You know, Coca-Cola got sued over using the polar bear because they were accused of stealing the idea from another soda company. Did y'all know that? Yeah, they got sued over it. And Santa Claus, the Santa Claus image, too. The Polar Soda sued Coca-Cola over using the polar bear image because they used it first. And there's the one little journal, and then the other one, well, turn it right side up so you can see it. But when you open it up, you see Coca-Cola, then pages, then and then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for yeah, that's sad. Everybody likes to sue somebody, don't they? But over in an image that they shouldn't even be allowed to own. Okay, I can see owning your own brand, but polar bears are free, right? Polar bears are free, and using their image should be okay. If they don't object, why should anybody else? But yeah, it's one of those things, and I thought it was wrong, but yeah. So colors, ladies. Can you tell me what colors of beads that you'd want on your bead dangle? Or is that something that you want to add for yourselves? And I always end up with bunches of scrap. Whenever, whenever I cut paper, I always end up with bunches of scrap. I really do. Exactly. Exactly. God created the polar bear. Man didn't create. It's like I got mad when my daughter graduated high school. This company took a picture of her and said I could not use her image because that was their image. And I'm going, no, it's not. My daughter's my daughter, not you, not yours, you know? And so I wouldn't buy the proofs even because you had to buy the proofs, which was $112. And then after you bought the proofs, you had to choose what pictures you wanted them to print, even if you bought the proof. And I thought that was wrong. So I wouldn't buy any of it. I wouldn't buy any of it because it was wrong. Because my daughter, like I said, was my daughter, not theirs. Not theirs. Right now, I'm going to just tie it with this and see. Because I think I may be able to figure out a way that you can just wrap it. Because maybe you just want to wrap it and not have to go through the trouble of unbuckling and all that. Trying to figure out, Okay, well, Jen, I'm fixing to get off of here because I've got to cook supper myself. But I had promised that I would come on and show how I made my little books. And I had one already made, and this one I was making, so I figured I would give somebody a chance at owning one of my very own books. And they got to watch me make it. How's that? So I will get them finished up and in the mail and on their way to you. We'll see y'all later. And I will go check my email, write down the addresses, get the envelopes made up for them, take them to the post office. Hopefully, I'll get my husband to run me to the post office tomorrow. And I'll have them in the mail to y'all. I'll take pictures and make sure that you know that they're on their way. And that'll give you all a chance to be looking for them. I'll let you know what the post office says. If the post office tells me that they'll be here on the 25th, figure on the 30th, because it usually takes about 5 days longer than what they tell me. Although, my post office, my postal lady, she stopped the other day and we were talking. She said they are still so backed up they can't see over the stacks of mail they've got. So it may take a while. I will be sending it to y'all, and I hope you enjoy them. Thank y'all for being here. I do appreciate y'all's being here. Hugs, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.